Welcome to the Great Big Card Swap. I'm so happy you found us tonight. It is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026, and I'm so glad you are here. Oh my gosh, I have some amazing cards to share with you today. If this is your first time coming to the Great Big Card Swap, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I've pinned the address in the live chat. It's also in the video description, so if you're not watching live, you can check it out there. The Great Big Card Swap has been so much fun. We've been doing this for a few years, and the way it works is you send in a card. I share all the cards that I receive, mix them up, and send them back. So everyone who sends one card gets one card back. I do limit one card per person per month. And we have a theme every month. So it's kind of fun. You can challenge yourself to play along and create a card with a theme. We don't have a lot of rules. You can use any paper crafting products that you have at all. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up, doesn't have to be current Stampin' Up, just whatever you have, make a card, send it in. I ask that you include $1 to cover return postage and envelope, but if you don't have cash, it's okay to send a couple stamps. If you're an international stamper, there's a PayPal button in the video description that will cover 3 return cards. And then we also ask that you don't write inside. You can use a sticky note, a loose piece of paper to say hello. But the idea is that the card that you get back, you can send on and just keep that chain of Happy Meal going. I have about 38 cards to share with you tonight. A little bit light. I know you guys are still catching up after the holidays, but I would love for you to send in a card. This month, the theme is Color Me Impressed. So I want to see you color on a card, whatever that looks like. Stampin' blends, watercolor pencils, watercolor. Create a card with some coloring on it and send that in for January. Our next showcase is going to be in 2 weeks on Tuesday, January 27th. Our Great Big Card Swap showcases are always on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month. If you're sending ahead for February, I'm excited about this theme. The February theme is to be inspired by a back pocket card layout. These are the card layout tools that I have created. I've been doing these for a couple of years. There's a new one every single month in my monthly card kits, and there is a card layout with suggested measurements and then samples on the back side. And so I have some extra cards that I'll be sending back with the Great Big Card Swaps for the last half of December, which are going out soon, and January. So if you send in a card this month, you'll get a back pocket card layout to be inspired by. But if you already have back pocket card layouts, you can use any of those card layouts for your February card. So February is back pocket card layout inspired. Even if you've just seen one of my layouts in a video, you can use that. And I've got lots of videos, so you can scan and check those out there. But if you send in a card for January, you'll get a back pocket card layout, like a real one, back with your card swap that you can use to be inspired by. I'm really excited about that theme. I love the back pocket card layouts. It's such an amazing tool to spark your creativity. And I like that the layouts are black and white so that you can just sort of plug in whatever colors, whatever stamps you have at home. So glad you guys are all joining me. I'm going to jump right in and get started sharing. Our theme last month was to use the stamp set that I helped design with you in mind, or to create a Thinking of You card. This is both of those. This one arrived late from Jennifer Crabtree, and this uses the stamp set with you in mind, plus, oh my gosh, ornate floral embossing folder, and the designer paper is on the tip of my tongue. It has soft succulent and evening evergreen. Such a pretty designer paper. I love this designer paper card front. So it's designer paper on that flap, so you can see both sides of it. So very pretty. Jennifer, I love your card. I think it came, it was supposed to be delivered on Saturday before the last swap showcase, but I did not receive it until like Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know why it took so long to come, but so sorry that I couldn't share it last week. But I still have to swap out the other cards, so I will swap this with the rest of the December cards. Such a pretty showcase. I was so happy to see all the With You in Mind cards last month. This month, the card theme is Color Me Impressed. and it was Claire who chose the theme. She was home over winter break and thought that would be a fun theme. And so this is a card that they created to share. I was just on the phone and I don't know if I'm supposed to send it or if they're going to keep it. I think they're still undecided, but I still wanted to show it to you. Now, this is completely hand drawn, hand painted. The little critter, the little squirrel is hand drawn and watercolored. The little easel with the watercolor scene that was completely done by hand. Oh my gosh. I am always so impressed by my kids' artwork, and this is no exception. Though I have to say, I could never do anything like this. I use stamps because I cannot create art like this. So even though this is a very impressive colored card, I do not expect a colored card like this from you guys. Although if you want to hand paint or hand draw, we certainly would be very impressed by it. I have all of your cards in which you've colored some beautiful line art stamps. And I know that I am so impressed by this. You guys know how I feel about coloring. I don't always love to do it, but I do love the result. And so I'm excited to see what you guys have created. Our first card comes from Lene Day, and she's got this fun fold accordion card here with the watercolored images. These are so pretty. Snowflakes are falling. Winter is calling. Let it snow. Lene says this is an old block stamp set called Winter is Calling from 2003. I love it. I love that these images are winter but not Christmas. So I feel like you could just use them January, February. I guess technically winter goes into March, doesn't it? Oh, definitely an old favorite. I love that, Lene. So fun. And I really love the swirled, wavy embossed background here with those panels. So this is the Everyday Arch dies. And then each of those arches is connected with a little tab back there. So well done, Lene. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful card. Pool Party is such a great color for the winter, and I love it paired with that pink as well. Gorgeous. Our next colored card comes from Anne Bellinger, and she used this cute little critter. It looks like a little kid there with a big umbrella and the rain in the background. I love that Country Woods designer paper, the sponging around the spotlight circle, and the colored image, sending good vibes. Definitely. We went from snow to rain, and I feel like we've had it all here in the last few days in central Illinois. Our winter weather has been so crazy. I feel like it's been a little bit warmer. So we had some rain, we had some thunderstorms, and then like the next day we had colder temps and snow. Like Mother Nature just can't make up its mind. How's the weather been by you? Are you having rain or snow or both? Our next two cards, we got a this or that from Roxy Campbell, and she used the Delivering Cheer stamp set to create this card. This was such a fun set. It has like mix and match, like tops and bottoms. So there's like the hands and the arms, and then the thing carrying, and then the bottom. So you can mix and match and create different cards and different people. So I thought that was kind of fun. So this or that, do you prefer the flirty flamingo with the presents and the dress, or the coat and the flowers on the Cajun craze? Actually, it looks like maybe terracotta tile. So this or that, both of them are layered onto white embossed cardstock on the white card front. Lovely cards. Thank you so much for sending an extra one for me, Roxanne. I'm so excited. I don't know which one I'm going to choose. This one feels a little bit more me as far as my vibe, but I love them both, and I think that one's so perfect to send for a birthday. So thank you so much for giving us two choices. This or that. Leave a comment and let me know which one you would keep if you got to choose. I divided our cards into a couple different subcategories, and the next one is flowers. We got lots of beautiful card flowers. This first one is from Pat Stewart, and she's using the, oh my gosh, what is it called? Just skipped my head. July online exclusives, this designer paper. Oh my gosh, just right out of my head. Help me, guys. What was the name of this designer paper? I love these colors. Misty Moonlight, Pumpkin Pie. And then this is a stamp from a scrapbooking set. Thankful with the grid in the background. Everyday Arches, again, love that. And some goodies inside. Pat, thanks so much for sending a little extra for your swap pal. I'm just totally blanking on this designer paper. I know someone's going to think of it, so I'm just going to set it right aside. And we'll move on to our next card. Now, both of these use the same stamp set. This is the Mixed Media Floral. Just newly retired. This one came out as an online exclusive. Our first card from Jenny Knusum. And this is some Moody Mauve with the black and white designer paper in the background. I love that black and white with a pop of color. So very pretty the way you colored those tulips. A little boho blue with the Moody Mauve and Old Olive. And then on the inside, a little bit of that designer paper. Blender pens and ink to color. I love that. I was going to guess that was markers, but it's kind of the same with the blender pens and the ink. There are so many different ways that you can color in the images. This one looks like colored pencils from Rhonda Chase, and she's got a little washi tape there with the sort of rickrack, almost inspired border, and the ladybugs, I think, are part of that mixed media floral. Yes, so pretty. I love the way you colored these too. A little bit of purple and pink down there, doing some shading. So very pretty. I don't use my colored pencils as much as I should. Leave a comment and let me know which one or what you prefer to color with. Do you like the colored pencils? Do you like markers, Stampin' Blends, little watercolor? Floral Charm is the name of that designer paper. Thank you, Barbara. I was thinking like floral, and then my brain just got stuck, and I couldn't think of charm. Very well. This Floral Charm designer paper is still available. I think it might be on the stamp set's on the last chance list, but I think the designer paper is not. It's so pretty, and I think so nice for all during the year. In fact, this is the Floral Charm designer paper that I used for my calendar. And I just love the colors in this paper. I do think it is a very timeless floral with colors and flowers that are good for the whole year. Little taste of it there. All right, let's move right along. Our next card comes from Sue Hebert. She said she cased this one from Natasha Foote using a stamp set from Penny Black and some designer paper from her set. Oh, I like that. So this is kind of along the same lines as that designer paper card front that we saw from Jennifer as the first card. We have that designer paper, and this one though has like a separation here, so you can see a peek of that designer paper, but you still have the card front on either side. So you have a little bit by the fold, and then also a little bit here with the flower kind of bridging that together. So beautifully colored here. I love the detail with the darker color around the center and the lighter around the petals. May your birthday be filled with many blessings. So beautiful. Love, love, love the way you colored that, Sue. Alcohol markers and punches by Stampin' Up. Lovely. Here's one by Carrie Zacharias. This looks like maybe a two-step stamp set. That is my favorite way to color, is to use the two steps to create and fill in the color there. So this one is the technique, she said, keeping the two steps. It turned out a little bit off. Do you know what though? I don't think that stamp is meant to coordinate perfectly. I think it is meant to be a little bit off. So I think it is just perfect. And of course, any way that you color in your image, whether it is more stamps or colored pencils or coloring or whatever, anything goes. So I'm so glad that you gave that a shot. I love that so much. This designer paper, some retired celebration designer paper. I'm not sure the name of it. It had beautiful black background though. I really like that, and a little bit of pink twine in there. Hello friend, thinking of you. Lovely card, Carrie. I especially like the little pearls inside the middle of the flower. Our next card from Judy Kami uses a fun fold. This one I've been meaning to try for a while. You're going to cut a little bit from the center of the card and then pop it the other direction. That is going to be the little step that holds this other flap of cardstock to create a little pop-up layering there. Not sure what this is called. A diamond Z-fold card, pop-up diamond card. I don't know. We have a stamp set that I recognize and can't think of the name of. It had its own designer paper and it was a special release, I believe. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Love the pink gingham in there, a little flirty flamingo, and the banner that says celebrate. Love that so much. I'm inspired. I'm going to try to give this one. Give that a shot. I love having the extra little layer on there. Very nice, Judy. Thank you for sharing this fun fold, and you colored the flowers so beautifully as well. I like the extra layer with like the little bit there, little extra. Our next card comes from Mary Fudd. This also is a two-step stamp with a retired hydrangea. And look at that awesome Mercury. It's like a window sheet, like an acetate with the foil Mercury kind of background. So pretty with the purple. Oh my gosh. And all those gems on the hydrangea. That is so gorgeous. On the inside, lots of room to write a message. I'm looking back to see about your comments. Alcohol markers, watercolor, blenders, colored pencils. I know my one of my team members, April Booth, has she's the queen of colored pencils, using colored pencil all the time, and recently stocked up on some blends. So I gotta check in with April and see how she's liking those Stampin' blends. Our next card is from Teresa Scott, and she used the Bella and Friends stamp set for the greeting just for you, and the flowers are an off-brand stamp. This is a fun technique, coloring on the stamp. This works better on rubber stamps. Coloring different colors on like the flower and the stem to create a multicolor image like this one. I love this layout with the cut-off corner. I think that's so interesting. And then on the inside, lots of room to write. Just for you is such a great sentiment because it covers so many different occasions. Love that. These colors, Blackberry Bliss with Mossy Meadow, a beautiful combination, especially for winter. Thank you so much, Teresa. Our next card from Jennifer Crabtree for the January theme is this gorgeous poppy flower in the water jar. Hope you have the best birthday. And some more little poppies in the inside. This was a great designer paper that had the poppy images. And then it looks like this jar image is not Stampin' Up, but it goes so perfectly with the designer paper. I love that. A little bit of coloring on the flowers. And then I also really love the coloring lightly around the edges of the jar. It really makes that jar pop and look 3D. Well done. So beautiful. Did I see the inside? Oh, yeah, the poppies. Okay. This one comes all the way from the UK. We've got Tracy Evans sending in this gorgeous card, colored in with some colored pastel chalks. And I feel like I recognize the stamp set, but I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it was a celebration one. I love all the beautifully colored flowers, the gems, the leaves, and the little splatter all around. I feel like this card just flows. It's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. Little Wink of Stella on there too, kind of highlighting those petals. So beautiful. And the rounded corners. I always forget to do that on cards. That used to be such a big thing for a while. Hope you have the best birthday. Thank you, Tracy, for your gorgeously colored card. Oh my gosh. You guys, like showing off your coloring talent. I just cannot color. I shouldn't say I cannot color. I don't enjoy coloring. And so often I feel like I just rush it and I don't like the way it looks. Here's a colored card from Chris Almond using the Sunflower embossing folder. Ooh. Thoughtful Expression Dies, Colorado Craft Company, Daisy and Dahlia stamp. Molly Harrison art, Fairy of Spring Sentiment, colored with markers and colored pencils. Oh, there's that embossing folder. Have a lovely day. That is gorgeous on the inside. You always have such detailed card insides. And this image here on the front is absolutely stunning. Embossed in gold and colored. I especially like the touches of white around this flower. Live life in full bloom. So perfect. Can you guys pick up on the gold? It is absolutely gorgeous. Thomas says I need to practice with my girls. I know. The problem is they like this card that Claire made. Like this was, oh my gosh, hours. Hours, you know, doing every little bit of it, drawing and the coloring. And I just don't have that kind of time to spend on like a single card, like designing. It is really more of a artwork, a piece of art that really takes a lot of time. And I just don't take the time to, you know, to do one card like that. But for real, the lessons I could learn from them in creating art. The big thing is just patience, right? Coming back to it, adding to it, like layering, patience. Our next card from Linda Vanderspool. Linda sent an extra one for me too. So gorgeous. Friends, our flowers in the garden of life. We've got a little archway here with the everyday arches. The Time Worn Type embossing folder, white on white. Does that come through on the video? So gorgeous here. Granny apple green, a little lemon lime twist, and the beautiful, beautiful blue. What is that, like coastal cabana? I love that so much. Linda, thank you for sending an extra one for me. A little Wink of Stella on the flowers just really is that beautiful little detail. Can you see it? So pretty. Exactly. Diane says when you spend hours on a card, you don't want to give it away. Yeah, exactly. That's why Charlie was like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to send it for the swap. So I think I just get to show it to you, but I'm not sure we're parting with it. We'll see. If so, it'll be in the part 2 card swap. Jane Fly sent in our next card. Both of these flowers, this one and this card from Sue Temple, both use the Spotlight on Nature stamp set. Now, this actually is a retired stamp set, I think, but the Spotlight on Nature dies did stick around, just like the branching out dies used on this card. The layered label shape is still available, but the stamp set branching out has sold out already. Jane's got a little, oh, I was thinking there was something on the inside. Nope. Crafter's Companion. What is that? Tri-blend markers. Ooh, I love that. It looks like they're probably like an alcohol marker. So pretty. Yeah, these branching out dies are my favorite too, Jane. I am so glad that they're sticking around a little bit longer. They layer so nicely and spotlight your image just beautifully. Here is the same stamp image, layered a little bit differently. So Sue did this one, Sue Temple, using the Hello Friend from Sweet Bugs, a new stamp set. And then You've Been on My Mind is from Words of Beauty. Love that on the inside. And the image from Spotlight on Nature. Pretty in Pink for the card base here. Now this is one of the in colors that's going to be retiring this spring. I'm always so sad when the in colors, when it's time for them to go. So we've got Pretty in Pink and Peach Pie. Oh, I'm going to miss that one a lot. Summer Splash, Emerald Envy. No, Shy Shamrock. I always do that. Petunia Pop and Summer Splash. So those are the colors that are retiring in well, probably April is when they're going to be announced, but we know they're going away. So stock up on your favorite ink colors now, whether it's cardstock, designer paper, markers, ink pads, re-inkers. Pretty in Pink is an old color that came back. So we're going to have to say goodbye again. And I have a feeling like this might be for good. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe the next time we have a color renovation, we'll see it come back. We'll see. Suzanne Raditz sent this one. I love this little jar of flowers. It's another one that kind of has some mix and match with the stems and then different images that you can put on top. This jar was a punch, and I don't know how well it comes across, but it's shiny. I want to say that's like maybe packing tape on the cardstock to create the shine, but you could also get the same look by using the punch with your window sheet to create the shine. Little watercolor stamp in there. That is a stamp, the 2-step stamp. And then the coloring here on the flowers looks like some Stampin' blends, really nicely colored. All the little detail. Love that. What a beautiful friendship we've grown. Indeed. This is the textured note dies, another great die set to have with different stitching on the rectangles. You can find that in the online store. It was an online exclusive, but it's still available, just like the branching out dies, just like the everyday arch dies. This is another really good one to add to your collection. So pretty. I especially love the little twine on there and the sequins. Just pull that whole card together. Thank you, Suzanne, for such a gorgeous card to share with us. Our next card comes from Donna Zakarowski, and this is what is it called here? A diagonal gatefold card using one piece of designer paper that's 5.5 by 12 and then scored 2, 4, 8, and 10 inches. This is that True Blue Floral designer paper, the December product of the month. So beautiful. Spotlight on Nature dies here, layered together. And oh no, Donna says she does not color at all, but your coloring looks pretty amazing. This is the Stampin' Blends Balmy Blue and a little Night of Navy on there. Love and Hugs from the Greenery Lane new stamp set. And this looks like the Floral Charm stamp set. We talked about that one earlier. Wishing You Well, I think is also from Greenery Lane. Well done, Donna. I love this fold. I have a similar card. This one was inspired by Lisa Curcio, but I have linked up in the video description my version of the diagonal gatefold. I might have called it a double gatefold card, but the same thing. So you can find my tutorial if you would like the measurements to try this on your own. Such a lovely card, Donna. Well done. I love all the little details and the colors that you chose. Let's stick that little note back in there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Our next set of cards are animals. And there are quite a few animal cards. The first one uses this little birthday piggy from Rose Saley. And she's got this fun embossing folder in the background. I love that cute little piggy. He's got some birthday cake in the wagon. And this little piggy says, "Happy birthday. Hope it's the best." Highland Heather for the card base, little petal pink here for the background, and such a fun colored image, maybe using some colored pencils, I would guess. What a great card. I loved that little piggy. I was sad to see him go. Oh, here's another one. This adorable owl was a celebration stamp set a few years. I'm going to try reloading my page. I think we're back. Back. Okay, we're good now. I was getting a phone call and that interrupted the feed, and it just seemed like it took a little bit longer to get back on. So we're back. We're here. We're good. Yay! Okay, check out this adorable owl card. This one is from Anne Hansen. I'm doing a little awesome angles cutting here. Some Valentine paper showing off 3 different patterns. This is so stinking cute. I love every single detail, including that little heart in the middle of the linen thread bow. Happy Valentine's Day. What a cute card, and thank you so much for sending it. One of the things I love about our theme, Color Me Impressed, is that there are so many different kinds of cards that you can send. So whether you're sending something for Valentine's Day or something for a sweet friend, I actually have several little heart cards here in a row. That was just coincidence, but whether you're sending a Valentine card or a birthday card or thinking of you card, whatever, you can send any theme card. I just want to see how you're coloring on your card. Our next colored card comes from Nancy Bridges. This is so cute. So we've got that little hedgehog guy with a balloon. Oh my gosh. Let me see if there's a note. Ooh. Sorry, that yawn came out of nowhere. All right, Penny Black is the Furry Hugs Hedgehog stamp. So adorable. Cuttlebug embossing folder. I love how you use the same embossing folder and then die cut the heart and sponged it and layered it over. So we've got the same pattern in white and on the heart, which just spots like the little hedgehog. So cute. The Sweet Friend is from the You Are Loved stamp set. And on the inside, the Happy Valentine's Day. So cute. I love it. All the little details, including the hearts up here. The scallop border is super fun too. So another Valentine's Day card. So fun for a sweet friend. I am working on some Valentine's Day cards that we are going to have our class at the end of the month. And I'm wondering who you send Valentine cards to. Do you send Valentine cards to your kids or grandkids? Do you send them to family and friends? Or do you maybe just make them for your partner? So leave a comment, let me know. I'm really excited to hear from you because I think it's always a good time to tell somebody you love them and how much they mean to you, whether they're friends or family. And this is such a cute card, which does exactly that. I choose you. I love the pun. Nancy Ross sent in this one, another Valentine card with the Made with Love designer paper. And this designer paper just came out last week, January 6th. It was released and it's already sold out. It is temporarily out of stock, but should be back next week. I think the date on it was January 19th. So if you are waiting for the Made with Love designer paper, be sure to use the product page. There's like a notify me, email me or something like that. And so it's always possible that the paper is going to come in sooner or whatever it is that's out of stock. And so make sure you click on the notify me because you'll be the first to know when it is back in stock. I know these dogs are just so cute. I love them so much. I love the way that you colored them, adding a little detail here around the lines. Always a good place to add that shading in there. So stinking cute. I choose you. Looking at your comments to see you're sending Valentines to your kids, of course. I know the dogs. Do you make a Valentine for your dogs? Katie says she sends them to her lady friends. I love that. We got Galentine's Day. That's usually like the day before Valentine's Day, I think on the 13th. Grand Girly and the Hubs. Yes, friends and family, Janice says. Cute dog card, Vicky says, and that's coming from a cat lover. Oh, so cute. And Donna says she's got dachshunds too. Love it. Okay, moving on from dogs to horses. We got 2 different horse cards here. The first one from Kathy Gailey. This Gatefold card uses some of the Weekend Adventure designer paper from the annual catalog. A little barn on the inside. Look at this gorgeous coloring here. Now we have a new horse stamp set. I'm not sure if this is it or if it's this one or a different one. Actually, I want to see if I got a online exclusives. January. Yeah, it is part of the online exclusives. I think it's this stamp set. Isn't that? Oh, they're both. One of them is the big horse, and one of them is the the head. I love that. So this is called Unbridled Beauty. It is a new stamp set that's part of the January online exclusives from Stampin' Up. So just came out. And this designer paper from the annual catalog, so you can still get that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Love all those details, Kathy. Beautiful card. And this one using the same stamp set called Unbridled Beauty. This one is from Shella Sams. Oh, I love this frame. So pretty. Like that embossed design on there. Watercolor background with all the little stamps, creating your own background there. And then the foreground image, fussy cut and watercolored Shella. Gorgeous. Both of you. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. So this one is more of a watercolor look, and Kathy's card looks more like maybe Stampin' Blends on there. So it's so fun to see like the same image or image from the same set colored in a different way, because I feel like it's just a totally different vibe. Both so gorgeous. And I'm so happy to see this stamp set in action. I did not get that Unbridled Beauty stamp set, but I think you guys have represented it well. Our next card from Marge Krasneski uses a cute little duck. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of this stamp set. Maybe it's in the note here. May all your days blossom with joy and happiness. Marge says this set is called Easter Friends. Yes, there was a bunny in there too. So cute. And Marge says this is the first card where she's used her new watercolor pencils. Yay! Coloring in the stamped image here. I love the layered grass too. So cute. On the inside, one of those scallop die cut rectangles and Happy Easter. Mom and I shared some Easter cards on Sunday, and I was like, it feels so early in January to be making Easter cards, but you know what? It's never too early for Easter. Gotta get ready for that. So cute. Do you guys notice the little googly eyes on the duck? So adorable. Marge, thank you for sharing that fun colored card. I'm so happy you broke out your watercolor pencils and got to use them. Our next card is from Pam Hotelling. She said she was inspired by Ruth's Stampin' Corner to create this card. It has a diagonal fold. The front of it is cut off and glued down to the inside with the tasteful textile embossing folder. A really subtle texture there, but I love that. And then we got the branching out dies, creating the scene here with the Valentine Kisses stamp set with that cute little bear. And then on the inside is so cute. It says, consider yourself hugged. There's those branching out dies for the inside. I love that there is a back to that front flap. I think that's so cute. This is the Brushed with Beauty designer paper. So we've got petal pink for the card base, little mossy meadow and soft sea foam in there. And Pam, thank you so much for sending an extra card for me. That was so sweet of you, using my very favorite brushed brass butterflies to embellish. So cute. All right, I'm trying so hard to read my computer with the comments. I feel like I just need to blow it up so I can see it better. Oh, Vicky's asking about commenting on someone else's comments. Thank you, Sharon, for helping her out. Our next card is from Kathy Prussian. Am I saying that right, Kathy? This is the Fluffiest Friends stamp set. Isn't it just the cutest? This cute little bear with the honey beehive and the jar of honey, or as sweet as honey, cute as can be. Oh, that opens. Oh my gosh, look! On the inside, we've got the, some of these images look like they're from a paper pumpkin kit, the Easter or the bunny playing in the rain kit a few years ago. And the butterflies, I love that too. Some sponging happening on that inside scene. Lots of coloring here. We've got the bear colored with detail added here. This almost looks like that, what is it, like a line... no line watercoloring, where you stamp the image in a really, really light ink like Sahara Sand, Smoky Slate, maybe even stamp off of it. And then you color over it so that the line that you stamped kind of gets muddled, but you still have the image, which looks like it's hand-drawn and colored. That is such a fun technique, and you did such a great job coloring this bear. Oh my gosh, all the different colors. And I love the extra brush strokes there. We've got the jar of honey with a little wink of Stella on the honey. And then my favorite is the touches here on the beehive. The wink of Stella and the color just really make that beehive come to life. Love that. So many different coloring techniques on this card. So beautiful, Kathy. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Oh my heavens. Look at this one from Lori Witaki. This is a cute little guy. I don't remember the name of the stamp set. It was just in the last year or so. Spotlight on Nature Dies. We got Crumb Cake on Bubble Bath with the eyelid embossing folder. Happy birthday. And he is just the cutest, colored in with some markers and maybe some blender pens, I think. So cute. Little die cut flowers to coordinate with the pretty and pink and the gems right in the middle. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I think we need another theme where we do cute little critters. We did that theme, I don't know, maybe it's been a year or more, but we have so many cute little critter stamp sets. I just love them all. So we're still in our animal theme here. These both use the same stamp set. I think it was called Free as a Bird and the designer paper Bird Ballad that went together. Those were some of my favorite. Petal pink here with Calypso Coral. I love the off-centered layering here with the stitch circles. That's so pretty. This one is from Marilyn Edens. Gorgeous card. Linen thread on top of the petal pink ribbon. I really love the way that highlights the spotlighted circle and great coloring on the robins. I always struggled with these robins, but you've done a nice job with a little red breast. And then some pool party around the birds for the sky. So lovely. Well done with the coloring, Marilyn. I think you nailed it. Absolutely. Here we've got some more red breast. Oh, this is so lovely too from Terry McFetteridge. McFetteridge. Am I adding a syllable that I shouldn't add? Free as a Bird, the stamp set again with the flowers here as well. I love the stitching around the sentiment, thinking of you. On the inside, a bird from the same stamp set and the watercolor paper back there. Simply Said for the stamp set, Flight and Airy for the designer paper. And the embossing folder, oh, I thought that was just textured paper. So a very subtle texture. And it might even just be called like subtle or something like that, or subtle pattern. Beautiful coloring on the birds. I love the pink red breast there, and then the detail, the little darker lines of blue. So very pretty. And the texture here on this paper really makes it stand out, like almost looks like a canvas. So cute. So beautiful. Love that. Another bird, this one from Lori Sorrells. This was a celebration stamp set called Friendly Hello. This is kind of stunning on the smoky slate. This is the distressed tile embossing folder, smoky slate on smoky slate, kind of a separate panel there. And the watercolor paper colored here. Now, what is the... See, shimmer watercolors. Yeah, that's so pretty. I love the watercoloring with that shimmer and the speckles around it. Hope you have the best birthday. Beautiful, Lori. I don't know how well the shimmer comes through on the bird. It is so pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Just a few more cards left. It was kind of a short month, so you guys got to make sure we send in our cards so we have a bigger part too. I can't wait to show off all your artwork. We have a few winter ones. Let's start with those first. Our winter one here, this one comes from Leanne Nelson. And those cute little snowman. Let's see, Leanne's note on the inside. Oh, time to chill. That's so clever. And this is the Snow Place stamp set Retired and the Snowflake Kisses stamp set from Gina K. Balmy Blue, Secret Sea, Real Red, Misty Moonlight, and Night of Navy. I love this kind of like quilted look with the cut circle, or cut circles, the cut squares for the diagonals, and then alternating them to make it look like there's like stripes in the background. So cute. Time to chill. Lots of layering there on the inside. So cute. Love that, Leanne. And of course, like we were saying earlier, it's still winter. We still have a couple months. Like winter is just beginning. Here's a winter fun card from Leslie Kneisel. And it says, sending warmth your way. Oh, look at that little little snowflakes up there. I love the stitching here for the snow. This is an extra long card. So this is probably like 3.5 inches or maybe 4 inches by 8 inches. So cute. And thank you so much, Leslie, for sending an extra, an envelope the right size so that I can send your card out. Love the coloring on these cuties. It looks like maybe some Stampin' blends would be my guess. I love the way you've added some darker colors and highlights to these cuties. So cute. 'Tis the season to be freezing. Our next card has got sunny days ahead. Wishes for a carefree day. This one comes from Dee Chamberlain. A little rainbow. Oh, this is so clever. I just realized that she's made this with circles. So different size circles to create the arches of the rainbow. And that's Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper, retired from Stampin' Up. It is got some melon mambo with crushed curry, Bermuda Bay, and a little darker island indigo in there. Love that. That was such fun paper. I'm ready for rainbows. Rainbows kind of are more of a spring vibe, but they also remind me of St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up in March. Our next card is from Joan Talon. It says, feel better soon. Oh, I love that. Red, white, and blue here with the polka dots and the flower designer paper. And this stamp set had a whole bunch of images, I think, that were like, thank you kind of sentiments and images for different heroes and helpers. Feel better soon. Love that. And if I remember right, Joan makes a lot of cards like this and sends and shares them. I'm trying to remember a past card that she shared that was along the same lines. And I feel like there's an organization, is that right, Joan, that you make the cards for and share them? I love that so much. Thank you for sharing one with us. Our last card is from Debbie Lindauer. It says, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So cute with that little gnome colored in on the snowflake paper and the beautiful little snowflakes in the background. This was such a fun designer paper and stamp set and very perfect for our Happy New Year and winter wishes. Love that, Debbie. Looks like some Pacific Point cardstock for the card base, a little balmy blue in there with the coloring. Well done, everybody. We had such great cards, almost 40 cards tonight that all use different coloring techniques, even a couple of fun folds in there. Thank you to all of our swappers. If you enjoyed tonight's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you send in your cards so that I can share them in our next Great Big Card Swap video. We will be live again in 2 weeks on Tuesday, January 27th, to share part 2 of our January Great Big Card Swap. The theme this month is Color Me Impressed. So break out your favorite image and color it any way that you wish. And if you're sending ahead for February, our theme is to be inspired by a back pocket card layout. I'll be sending a card back with everyone who sends a swap for January. You'll get a back pocket card layout with your return swap card. So if you don't have one, you will get one to be inspired by. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I enjoyed chatting with you while I shared your amazing cards, and you really have outdone yourself. Thank you for sharing your awesome art with us. I'm going to mix these all up and send these back. I'll try to get all of the cards back next week. So we've got this set, and then also I still have not sent the December cards back, the part 2 for December. I was serving jury duty last week and this week, and so my schedule has just been like all kinds of different and a little bit crazy. So I'm so sorry for the delay in getting the cards back, but we will be back on track and get those sent out to you next week. So watch for Happy Meal coming soon. Thank you again for joining me. I look forward to sharing with you again soon. I may need to reschedule our Thursday night stamp therapy. It might have to be Friday night this week instead. I won't know until Thursday, but don't be surprised if it is rescheduled. Either way, I look forward to sharing with you. I'll be casing cards from the new mini catalog, so I can't wait to really dive in and play with some new product. If you have any special requests, let me know what you would like to see more card ideas with. And of course, we've got Sunday stamping coming up this weekend. Not sure what we're going to show yet, but it'll be something new for sure. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on future card making videos. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everybody.